The Somaya Museum is a private museum and is named after Soumaya, who died in 1999 and was the wife of the founder of the museum, Carlos Slim, who's the Mexican businessman and the richest person in Mexico. The museum has a collection of over 66,000 pieces of art, majority of which consist of European works from the 15th to the 20th century. But it also holds Mexican art, religious relics, and historical documents and coins. The original building of the museum that opened in 1994 is in the Plaza Loreto of San Angel neighborhood in the southern part of Mexico City. The new building in Plaza Carso in the Nuevo Polanco district was designed by the Mexican architect Fernando Romero, the son-in-law of the Mexican billionaire Carlos Slim, and opened in 2011. The director of the museum has claimed that the total worth of the art it holds is over $700 million. One tip that was very useful for us was to start your visit from the top floor and work your way down. So as you enter the museum, you can turn left to take the elevators and go to the top floor in order to start your visit. Otherwise, you'll have to constantly walk up the halls, and by the time you are halfway through the collection, you will be pretty tired. The National Museum of Anthropology is the largest and most visited museum in Mexico. Located in the area between Paseo de la Reforma and Mahatma Gandhi Street within Chapultepec Park, the museum contains significant archaeological and anthropological artifacts from Mexico's pre-Columbian heritage, such as the Stone of the Sun or the Aztec calendar stone. Designed in 1964, the monumental building contains exhibition halls surrounding a courtyard with a huge pond and a vast square concrete umbrella supported by a single slender pillar. The halls are ringed by gardens, many of which contain outdoor exhibits. The museum has 23 rooms for exhibits and covers an area of 79,700 square meters. You may want to allocate one full day to visit this immense, rich museum. We went there in the afternoon, and by 5 p.m. that the museum closes, we were only able to visit half of the collection. Palace of Fine Arts or Museum of Fine Arts is a prominent cultural center in Mexico City. It is located in the historic downtown area and has hosted notable events in music, dance, theater, opera, and literature in Mexico, and has held important exhibitions of painting, sculpture, and photography. The structure is astonishingly beautiful and has a mixture of architectural designs. Unfortunately, we did not have the time to visit inside of the building during our visit to Mexico City, but if you have the time, we have heard it is well worth the visit. The Frida Kahlo Museum, also known as the Blue House for the structure's cobalt blue walls, is a historic house museum and art museum dedicated to the life and work of Mexican artist Frida Kahlo. It is located in the Coyoacan neighborhood in Mexico City, and the building was Kahlo's birthplace, the home where she grew up, lived with her husband Diego Rivera for a number of years, and where she later died in a room on the upper floor. In 1957, Diego Rivera donated the home and its contents in order to turn it into a museum in Frida's honor. The museum contains a collection of artwork by Frida Kahlo, Diego Rivera, and other artists, along with the couple's Mexican folk art, pre-Hispanic artifacts, photographs, memorabilia, personal items, and more. The collection is displayed in the rooms of the house, which remains much as it was in the 1950s. It is the most popular museum in Coyoacan and one of the most visited in Mexico City. The National Museum of History is located inside Chapultepec Castle in Mexico City. The castle itself is located on top of Chapultepec Hill in Chapultepec Park, at a height of 2,325 meters above sea level. The museum hosts 12 showrooms that house objects from various stages in Mexican history. The museum contains a garden area, an old observatory, as well as a library on the top floor. The collection presented in this museum is magnificent, and the views from above the hill are breathtaking.